Welcome back, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you're having good luck with your gardening and all of your projects. And without further ado, let's get to today's project. Row number 3 for the Aquaponics. And we have an upgraded drain system. And I ran out of paint. That's why these drains and these buckets aren't all painted. So we upgraded all the drains to 1.5 inch. And we are having some great success. The buckets are no longer overflowing. All the drains are draining properly. Had a little bit of a issue over here. I tried to tie the drain system in to the fish tank drain, and instead of the fish tank water going into the sump tank, it was draining out of here and out of here and here. So I cut that off, put a cap on it. This is from the main fish tank going to the sump tank, and then I had to go up and over. If I had to redo this, I would definitely do some things differently. Looks like we got a leak right there. Maybe. It'll probably seal itself. Little teeny tiny leak. I must not have glued that, or didn't glue it good enough. Maybe I'll try to pull on it and see if it'll come apart and re-glue it. But if I had to redo this, I would do all this plumbing differently. I didn't really think about it too much when I was putting it together. I just kind of stuck it together and said, all right, it's done. First thing I would have done was bury the sump tank and about 2 more feet deeper, which would solve all the problems here, but that's all right. We got the plumbing sorted and everything's working the way it should. Well, I can't see down in there, but it looks like the water is about right there. So it's about 5 inches from here, and it's not raising any higher, and same with that one down there. So we're not gonna have any issues with leaking. We got some pineapples. I had these planted in little planters, and then I stuck them over here, and then that night we had a freeze, so they're probably not gonna make it. All the plants that I had planted out here all died too. Had a bunch of tomatoes and peppers and things like that, so we went back to cool weather plants, brassicas mostly. And with my luck, they will probably bolt. And we do have some grapes. We had Concord grapes, Niagara grapes, and Catawba grapes. Catawba. That's what these guys are. I just planted them. They come in little plastic bags with like a handful of dirt, and they all had developing roots, so I know they're alive. So now we just have to wait, and we'll have some grapes. We're probably going to put one of these on that corner over there. We're probably going to put one on each corner, actually. That way the grapes can climb up and over. But we'll leave them here for now. We still got one more row to build. I don't have any more buckets left, but we are getting some more for free, so that's awesome. I'm pretty happy with the drains now, because before you turn this thing on and these buckets would overflow, and the hydrogen would float and then fall out over the edges, and we are not getting that. That is not happening any longer. I got good water flow, and I got these to where this end down here is high, and then the water will flow downhill, and it's the same for all 3 rows of buckets now. So I'm really happy about that. It was pretty stressful trying to build that 1.5 inch drain and spending all that time gluing and making all the fittings and everything just right, and then only to find out it doesn't work when it's fighting with this thing that's the fish tank, which is pushing the water down there. So take a peek inside here. So that drain from the fish tank, and that one is from the grow beds. And it's interesting, the water flow coming from the grow beds is greater than the water flow from the fish tank. Oh, now it's time for many adult beverages and lots of sitting. This dirt is not fun to dig by hand in out here. As you can see, we've got rocks everywhere. So most of the time when I dig stuff up, I use the backhoe and the tractor, but back here there's no room. And then I'm only digging a small trench. It doesn't have to be super deep because it's 1.5 inch PVC and it's not gonna break if I step on it. And you can see the water level right there. It's about 8 inches down. Kind of see it shimmering and little bubbles coming up. You can see it lifting and falling. But that's absolutely wonderful. Everything's working the way it's supposed to. Got a couple of minor leaks which I can fix. Well, actually they will fix themselves. The particles in the water will find their way into those little cracks and stop the leaking. This is the only leak I've seen though. Just barely got my finger wet. So, excellent. And we got some sprouting. I think that is, looks like a radish. We planted a bunch of different radishes, some broccoli, some cauliflower, some basil, Thai basil, lemon basil. And you can see the bucket this one's got a small leak in it too. It's probably just from me moving the pipes around though. It'll seal itself eventually. This one's got a little leak too. So evidently it doesn't like it when you move the pipes. It causes little leaks in all the grommets, but that's fine. They'll all stop leaking eventually. If not, I'll come out here and wiggle them. I think if I just square the bucket up on there, it should stop leaking. All right, guys. Sorry about the wind, but thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any questions or comments, pop those down below. Give us a thumbs up. And as always, keep building and try to be good to each other. Some of us aren't here for very long. A little bit of kindness will go a long, long way. So God bless you all and peace. Sorry about the wind again. It's super windy. And I have another big mess to clean up.